Hey guys, so today we are headed over to the UK budget grocery chain called Iceland. And the reason it's budget is a majority of the grocery chain is actually all frozen foods. So they are able to keep the prices really cost effective for people like students, for families as well. So I thought that it would be really cool to go in there and see what kinds of vegan foods that we can find. Hey guys, so I feel like I haven't done a haul with you guys in the longest time, and hauls are one of my favorites to just like sit down and chat, and I've wanted to do this haul for the longest time because I think that Iceland is just such a neat idea, such a cool idea, and I think with, kind of how the world is going these days, who isn't on a budget, right? Never mind putting, healthy food on the table, we're just talking about putting food on the table. So I thought with this haul, I could really show you guys that it is possible to put kind of healthy, budgeted meals on the table, and I'm really happy to find all of these really cool things in Iceland. The store is a majority, I would say like 80-90%, all frozen goods. All of the aisles are frozen goods, and you can see everything from like your meats, frozen fruits, to frozen vegetables, frozen prepared goods. So that can range from like pizza to burgers to meatballs to they'll have like specialty things like frozen Indian food, frozen Chinese food. There's so much. Iceland has also like an organic section, a section that's healthy for kids. In terms of the layout, usually like you have a side that is like fresh vegetables. So they do have like a fresh food section where it's like yogurts, milks, just like very basic stuff. For a store that's, not necessarily too big, they pretty much have everything and they cover everything. So let's start off with the good stuff first. A year ago, when I first went into Iceland, they only had a vegetarian section. My most recent trip there, I found that they started doing vegan. They had a whole vegan kind of frozen goods aisle. And so I thought that I'd bring you some of these back. So one of them includes this no cheese hummus pizza. I'm just reading the ingredients on the back, like whole wheat flour, you have hummus, tomatoes, sunflower oil. For something that is budget, this whole pizza was £2, so you can share it between, one or two people. For a budget brand, this is packed and produced in Italy, by the way. But for a budget brand, you would expect that they put in a lot more fillers. And the thing is like there's not really, this is a good quality pizza here. And I think at another grocery store, they also sell a vegan pizza that is topped off with hummus. So I'm sure that Iceland and them, they might share a similar manufacturer, a similar distributor that is able to do it under the Iceland brand, but for pounds or dollars cheaper. So £2 for this guy, and it looks super delicious. I can't wait to have it tonight. So that was the no cheese pizza. This guy is the no chicken and no porkies paella, and I did have this the other night, and it was really good. It says meal for one, but I think you could probably fit meal for two and then add some additional vegetables in as well. And the main kind of components are, they have little bits of like chicken and kind of like little bits of chorizo in there. The basis of this, let's see, I'm seeing soy protein a lot. I'm seeing wheat protein, so a mix of soy and wheat gluten. For £2, this is something that is like really easy. You just stick it into the microwave. And then you're all done. This vegan line, they actually have the chicken strips alone by itself, and those taste really good because technically chicken doesn't taste like anything. So it's really easy to kind of mimic. I remember when I was in culinary school, chefs used to always say that it takes more talent to be able to cook vegetables because vegetables actually have flavor, whereas like meats, you know, it's kind of whatever you put with it. So so there's that. So they have chicken strips, and then these the porkies, I don't know. These are their sausages. They have sausages, they have burgers, they have chicken strips. There was just a ton kind of in that section that you could use to top off a variety of dishes, you know, like make stir fries, make curries, and just, you know, top it off with, had like a tofu burger as well. And this one, soy protein, yeah, I think this is a gluten-free thing as well. Maybe they cannot get it certified gluten-free, but I know, I feel like in the UK they're a little bit more worried about gluten sensitivity. But this is a soy protein-based sausage. Yeah, there's that. Now, I did try these the other day. I do think that they need a bit more flavor, but what's good about that is you can kind of dress it up as you wish. Like if you wanted to make, you know, Italian sausages, you can put different kinds of spices in there. If you wanted to make something more like a chorizo style, you can put different spices in that. So that's kind of what's nice about being slightly under seasoned. Yeah, so that is their vegan line, all ready, good to go. Almost all of them were £2, so really, really affordable. And then I wanted to point out another product here. So these are the Linda McCartney vegetable sausages. And Iceland also carries their burgers as well. I really like their pulled pork burgers and a couple of other products. And this is located in their vegetarian section. So now not only do they have a vegan section, they have a vegetarian section as well. If you guys haven't tried Linda McCartney stuff, I know people in the States, like I had never heard of it before I came to the UK, but this company is able to make things very meaty, which is actually quite impressive. I don't mean it in like a Beyond Meat kind of burger sense, but their proteins, they have a very meaty, not even savory, but they have a very meaty quality to them. And so I think anybody who's, you know, maybe even like a transitioning vegan, or you just like the flavor of more meaty things, definitely try out the Linda McCartney line. This was £1.25, which I think even like when you go to Tesco, it's not really £1.25. Prices are fairly stable, like they don't fluctuate too much. Like Iceland still has sales, but in general, their prices don't fluctuate too much. It's in general a very good deal. So, like I said, I was able to get a fair amount of just like your basic vegetables, carrots, potatoes, leeks. And so these leeks I got for £1, which they're huge. And I don't really think that you can get them elsewhere. And then I started eating these already, but this is cauliflower rice. Not only do they have that, I think these were £2, but they had cauliflower rice, they had like a crumbled broccoli rice as well. So it wasn't even in their frozen vegetable section. It was in the kind of like the grains section. Let's say you can't find quinoa out on their like outer sections, because that's where you would typically look for quinoa. Look for quinoa in the frozen section, right? Because a majority of the store is frozen. So those ones, usually they come in a package, they're all ready to go. If you don't have access to a stove, if you're a student, if you live in an apartment, if you live in a place that doesn't allow you to have a kitchen, just get one of these. If you have a microwave, you just microwave it. It's really quick, £2, you get 4 packages. And even if that is too expensive, just, you know, go and buy your brown rice or go and get your grains somewhere else for super cheap, and then, you know, kind of like spruce it up and mix it up with these other ingredients that are, you know, super budget friendly as well. What else? I wanted to mention that they carry All Pro as well. So All Pro does soy milks, they do almond milk. I was able to see soy yogurt in there as well. And the soy yogurt was like 50p, so like 50 cents, and then this was like £1, maybe something not too expensive at all. Now you might not get all of your grocery from an Iceland, but it's kind of it's good that it is sort of a one-stop shop. Like you can technically get everything that you need, I think, pretty much there. So, and then These last couple, on the side of Iceland, they have a lot of like dry goods, condiments, sauces, it could be like cakes, cookies, and whatnot. I have not been able to find frozen vegan desserts, and I think that that is asking a lot. But if you guys are watching, you should, it would be cool to see some frozen vegan desserts in there. They do have like frozen berries, so you can always make your own stuff, like you make your own smoothies and frozen fruit or whatnot. But I haven't really seen like, I don't know, like ice cream or something like that. So so on the side, they have condiments, like, so they have like sriracha, they have Indian curry, they had they had ramen as well. I forgot to bring that. Different kinds of like noodles as well. What I feel like is, for that section, you could easily get like one of these jarred curries. They sell these papadums as well, which is like kind of like crunchy pieces of fried up lentil pancakes. And then you can get your bag of quinoa, or if you make some rice onto the side. They have so much of these like condiments from like different kind of cuisines that very easily, like if you make your own rice, if you grab the quinoa from the frozen section, you can kind of mix this curry with these papadums, which they also sell there, and then you have yourself a full meal. You know, go grab some like frozen broccoli, mix that all together. You could do stir fries. You could do it with cauliflower rice, mix in some mushrooms, mix in some vegetables that you find on the side, and then grab yourself a bag of the frozen, you know, chicken strips, and then, you know, stir fry away. And you actually will get something like super gourmet, but it's also really quick because you don't really have to cook it, which is what is very brilliant about vegan faux meats. It's like you barely need to cook it, so it's really it's really good for lazy people. The thing is that they do have a huge section of different frozen vegetables, so they're super cheap, super affordable there. And that is just my little PSA of telling you guys, remember to eat vegetables. Like, these are all really good things to add on top of like quinoa, on top of whatever, but eat these sparingly. The base needs to be your vegetables, right? Because whether you have money or not, and it just seems like nobody is really, you know, looking out for you to eat correctly. Much more profitable if you get sick or something. So just make sure to take care of yourself, okay? It's really important. Eat your vegetables, and yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed this haul, and that you've kind of like learned what you can get at in Iceland. And if you want to see more hauls, more different hauls, like different cultural hauls, me at the Indian grocery store again, let me know in the comments below, and I will, yeah, I'll see you guys again next time, okay? Bye.